I made an executive decision to do something with these pumpkins. You see here, I'm going to make a fine pie out of the little orange guy. I just got another pumpkin to carve. So, yeah, anyways, I had some inspiring ideas. I have a couple years ago, I did this pumpkin. An inspiring cat we have. Her name is Fuzzy, and she is a very good Halloween cat, as you can see. Look at that. Man, she's just wild. So, anyways, I got a new inspiration this year. It's our old cat, Nikki. And she is literally a bread loaf. She's a very old cat. So I started off by sketching out uh, kind of the design. I don't know if you could see it very well, but yeah, situated here so that you kind of see what's going on, but like not really. I don't know. Now, put on my human gloves and start getting at this. So, excuse me for a second. Start by cutting the top. Extra oomph because the shell's really thick. This is a giant pumpkin, by the way. When I purchased this, I was like, wow, that's a big pumpkin. I need that. Need it. So I'm using some archaic tools here. They have those carving kits, but sometimes the blades are really small and they can bend. And they're pretty nice, but of course, they were like sold out because it was just too close to Halloween. So I didn't really think that through. But we're getting into it now. So there we go. Took the lid off. Well, there is a little part on the back because the way the stem is, it's like, oh, I want to keep the stem. I do like those videos, however, where they cut the bottom and they make it into like a mask. I think that's pretty sick. But yeah, I don't know what you guys do with your pumpkins, but maybe I think, you know, walk around as a big pumpkin head. How awesome is that? So just trying to cut off all the guts. Oh. Man, it's kind of messy. So there we go. We have ourselves a lid. That's one thing done. And then next, we're gonna remove all the guts. And the funny thing is, when you make a pie out of this, the guts are no good. The shell is the only thing you make the pie out of. And then grind up the shell. So, oh, sorry with these bad camera angles. And then, so the guts are no good. The only thing good is the seeds. So use, like, you could season them and cook them up in the oven. They're pretty good. They're like a sunflower seed, really. So, yeah, Halloween is today. So, you know, exciting. I don't know what everybody's doing for Halloween. Maybe some people are going to a convention or something. There's a little bit of that, this and that going on. I'm not sure. I think myself will just be handing out candy. not the best for you, but man, it sure tastes good. So yeah, surprisingly, this pumpkin doesn't have very much guts in it. Like, you can see right there, it's just a little bit hanging off there. So there's like just a little bit. So maybe enough to cook up in the oven, but generally with the smaller pumpkins, I found more makes it for an easy clean out. I'm getting rid of all this, all stringies and stuff. You just kind of essentially scrape the insides, get all that out. Well, not everybody, but you know, those that have carved their pumpkins already. And then voila. So now you got to get down and dirty. So I'm just going to pull this out. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that. It's easier sometimes, you just get your hands dirty. The spoon only can do so much. The spoon is good for like, you know, scraping it and getting it, the finishing touches. But for the most part, you just got to get your hands dirty. So with that out of the way with, I'm going to grab a towel here, I guess. Kind of get that gone. We're scraping. I know the camera. We're going to get this all cleaned out. Just try to see the struggle. What is going on in there, right? So we want all the... Yeah. I don't know. I think she's going to look pretty good. Not like, you know, all evil like Fuzzy, but kind of like just a chill. So I think with the majority of the guts out, we could start to sort of see what we got to work with here. I'm going to use this paper towel. I have some of this goop and just toss that. All right. Now we have this eyes. I want the eyes glowing, like really want them glowing. So I was gonna make this part and then have the eyes solid, which look pretty cool too. But I think I'm just gonna start by cutting the eyes out. It might present some challenges. So it'll be like just little shortcuts for these kind of areas. And then we kind of follow the contour. Right? I've had these lines very kind of roughly sketched on here, but I want the contour of like a cat's eye. No! There's a cat eye. Do you think there's something missing? I do. I think the shell is too thick, number one. Yeah. So that is going to be kind of an issue with this. I don't know how this is going to turn out. You know, without the carving kit, it does present some challenges. But like I said, I have recalled bending the blades on them before. So maybe on this one we're going to, you know, try to keep that pupil intact. Right? There. Now that looks more cat-like. If you could see, it's got the pupil. This one, I guess I should have done that first. So you got to remember, when you're cutting like these delicate lines and stuff, you have to kind of be really careful parts, and then it won't look like the picture. So next, I'm going to do the nose, little kitty nose. Right, so we're just going to go up and over, straight up, and then just across. Once again, this is kind of a smaller piece, so I'm just going to cut it in sections. You know, I'm no expert pumpkin carver, but I know be really careful, right? You want your correct angles and all that good stuff, because that will make your piece just pop that much more. So a little cat nose, you know, it's kind of cute. It's cute as a button. So there we go. We got our cat nose. Oh, just like the real cat. Those got boogers. All right. So we got eyes and a nose. Maybe some ears will be a great addition. So we're going to start by doing that. I have these ears sketched out. And the thing about the ears is that will add the symmetry to the face, and then you'll kind of get a better idea of what it is. So we're going to start by cutting out the, I guess, the inside of the ear. And just use lots of care and attention, because you want the lines to kind of, you know, line up. Yeah. So, yeah, I wonder what everybody's doing today. I'm sure some are in school or at work. I was lucky enough. I have a lot of things I have to get done today, so I was able to make it work. Yeah, so now we have kind of like the inner ear, kind of right there. Maybe a little more symmetry here. I don't know. Maybe a cat mouth. A cat mouth is always nice. The little whiskers and stuff. Maybe a smiling cat, because Nikki's generally a pretty happy cat. Right? So we want to follow that contour, but we don't want to like get too carried away. Add a tooth, once again. This is a different tooth. It's not going to be actually hanging down. It's going to be with, right? And go straight across with this line. So there, now we have like eyes, nose, kind of a cat mouth. That's how they have whiskers. Maybe a few whiskers will give it some definition. Yeah. I really want to like repair this eye. I think from there I'll do the surrounding area, kind of give it a little more detail, and yeah, add in the other pupil. Maybe I'll post when I add all the detail, but generally, like, I think that is the basic shape. So I'm going to start by putting that in, so you guys know product. Da, 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 da. I'd say it's too bright out today, so at night it might show up better. And yeah, I think it will look pretty good. Yeah, that's how you carve a cat pumpkin, I guess. And yeah, I'm not sure what you guys are doing for designs, but hopefully something cool. Yeah, it's a blustery Halloween day. out there. Stay warm if you're going out trick-or-treating, getting candy and stuff. And yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Oh man.